Okay, so thank you so much for spending some time with me today to learn about how to get started with MindPal. In case you're new to MindPal, I'm Sylvia, one of the founders, and I'm here today to share with you, to show you a quick walkthrough of everything you need to know about MindPal, and then I will dedicate the last half of the section for Q&A. So let me pin myself, and then I'm gonna pull up my screen right here. Okay. Okay. So I think a lot of you have already signed up for MyPal, and you are keen to learn how to get started with MyPal. So here it is. Now, if I can sum up MyPal in one sentence, I think it would be the perfect place for you all to codify your expertise into AI agents and multi-agent workflows to scale your business, be it whether you are building tools for yourself, for your company to automate internal operations, or you are building tools for your audience and your clients to automate your services. So instead of having to provide every single service one-on-one or manually like before, you can now teach an AI workforce to perform these services on your behalf. So before in this section, I'm gonna share with you what is an AI agent, what is a multi-agent workflow, when to use which, and how to build each one. And I will also share a couple of use cases to give you some food for thought so that you can come up with your own use cases as well. So before I begin, I would like to ask you all a question. So have you guys created any AI agent or custom GPT before? I would like to understand how proficient you are at working with AI right now. You guys can put it in the chat. Put why, yes, if you have created at least one agent or custom GPT, and no, or just anything. And let's see how if you guys are very professional or new to this. Okay, some no's, but a lot of yes, one or two. Okay. Okay, so it looks like you guys, some of you are still new to the world of AI agents, but you may have heard of the term AI agent or custom GPT before. So essentially, you can think of an AI agent as...
Oh, I hit the wrong button. I was trying to call Jessica. We're gonna.
Okay. So you can think of an AI agent as a specialized AI assistant you have trained and designed to help you to do one particular job in your business. So when you think of an AI agent, there are three essential components that make them an AI agent, and you should be aware of in order to build them and fine-tune them. So on the screen right now is a quick that diagram I have created to visualize this for you guys. So there are three main components of an effective AI agent. First of all is the model. So you can think of it as the brain for your AI assistant. If you can think of AI agent as your employee, right? So the model in this case would constitute the brain, and it would determine the raw intelligence of your AI employee. So there are some smart but expensive models out there, but there are also some fast and cheap models like Gemini 2.0 Flash or GPT 4.1 Mini. And depending on the job at hand, you can assign the right model for the AI employee. And then, but an AI, however smart they are, they wouldn't be useful if they do not know anything about your business or your preferences. So we have the second component here, which is the instructions. I call it the instructions, but you can call it context or anything. There are many words to describe this, but you can think of it as a way for you to define the playbook and the context for your AI agent. So each business is different, right? The way we work at MindPal would be very different from how your business operates. And my preferences will be different from yours. So there's, please don't let the AI guess. You must be the one to teach the AI exactly what it needs to do, how to do it, and any specific references or context like brand voice or your business data or something like that, that it needs to do in order to do the job well. So all of this would constitute the second part, which is the instructions for your agent. And the last component is tools. Now, if your AI employee is smart and also knows a lot about your business, but they also won't be the best, like won't be the most useful if they do not have some hands to interact with your business tools, right? So you can consider the tools here is a way for you to give hands to this AI agent. So these AI agents will not just talk, but they can actually take actions. For example, they can check your CRM to see customer data, or they can search on the internet to, let's say, enrich a sales prospect, or they can talk to other agents, or they can like save stuff into your Google Workspace or your CMS and more. So all these three components, you will see them again inside MindPal, because on MindPal, you would be able to create your own army of AI agents, right? So you would need to create different AI agents, but they are always based on these three components here. So let me show you exactly how. Here, I am at my MindPal workspace, and I can go to my agents tab right here. As I have shared, you can create any AI agents to specialize in specific jobs. So you can create many of them. You don't have to stick to one general agent. As you can see, I have a lot of them here. One of the agents that I have helped my clients create is this LinkedIn profile analyzer agent. So inside an AI agent like this, you will see first a space for you to give to define a background to the AI agent, as well as provide knowledge sources and set up the output preferences for this agent. All of these three tabs here would constitute the instructions component that I have shared. So what do you put here? Now, the background is where you can put the job description for the AI agent. So what it needs to do. In this case, I'm thinking of creating an AI agent that can help me evaluate the LinkedIn profiles of job seekers to provide recommendations for them so that they can attract more employers. So that's why I have defined this background. You are an AI assistant specialized in analyzing LinkedIn profiles, etc. So I just provide all of my expectations here. Now, the goal of this agent is to take in a URL, LinkedIn URL, and analyze the profile there in order to come up with some suggestions. So to help the agent best perform this job, I also included another section called operational process. So this is just me sharing with the agent how it should do the work. To scrape LinkedIn profiles, I'm actually giving this AI agent a tool called Codify MCP. And if you haven't heard of Apify before, it's essentially a platform that gives you access to 5,000 plus specialized web scrapers. So MindPal itself can scrape basic websites, most common websites, but there are special websites, especially social media profiles that have very heavy blocking mechanisms for bots in general. So it's very hard to scrape these websites. So that's why instead of relying on the generic web scraper of MindPal, I'm giving this agent a specialized web scraper created by Apify MCP. So it's much more better. I asked this agent, first you need to use this tool from Apify to scrape the provided LinkedIn profile. And then you check the full scrape results, and then you provide the analysis. And most importantly, your analysis must follow the structure that I have specified here. So as you can see here, for this job, I'm being very specific about what I expect out of the AI. I recommend you guys to do the same. Whatever jobs you're giving to the AI agent, the more specific your instructions are, the better the AI at understanding your expectations. And then besides this, you can also train this AI agent on any specific knowledge sources that you have. I don't have any specific knowledge sources I want to train the agent for now, but in case, let's say you want this, you have some sort of an HR agency, and you want this agent to let's say subtly introduce about your products and services inside it analysis, then you can totally upload a knowledge source about your company or your products and services here, so that the agent would keep that in mind when interacting with the user. And then we also have space for you to specify the preferred language and brand voice for this agent. So if you have, let's say, a very specific brand personality for that you want this AI agent to follow, then you can define your brand voices here and connect it to your AI agent. It's very simple to create a brand voice. All you need to do is to upload some sample content you have created before and let the AI understand, analyze it, and try to mimic it in later results. So that's it. Now, after these 3 sections, I have fully established the instructions required for this LinkedIn profile analyzer. Now, this AI agent still need an AI brain, right? The model. So that's why I'm coming here and I want to select a model that I want for this AI agent. On MindPal, the cool thing about MindPal is that you are not limited to any specific AI model. We have all the top tier AI models here, as you can see, from Google Gemini to OpenAI GPT or O series or Anthropic Claude or Grok and more. So depending on the job at hand, you can pick the model that you think is the best for the agent. For this agent, I'm just gonna pick GPT 4.1, one of my most favorite models, because I still want this agent. This agent doesn't have to be like very, very smart, but it still needs the ability to analyze and produce good results. So I'm just pick this one. This GPT 4.1 model is like in the middle, not very cheap, but also not pretty smart, but not very expensive. So I'm gonna use it here. And then lastly, I have the integrations tab. This is where I can give tools or hands as I have shared to this AI agent so that it can actually interact with other tools for me. So for this specific use case of analyzing LinkedIn profiles, I have given it an Apify MCP in this section that is connected to that will connect this agent to LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram scrapers in case it wants to scrape social medias in general. So in this case, it just needs the LinkedIn scraper, but I have some other use cases that require YouTube and Instagram. So that's why you see these two here. But besides MCP is actually a little bit more advanced concept. We have a lot of videos on our YouTube channel that explain a little bit more about what MCP is and how it works on MindPal. But you can think of it as a bridge between your AI and different tools on the internet. So it's very easy to set up an MCP like this. All you need is a single URL to unlock these tools for your agent. So that's why MCP has gotten so much more popular. But for now, you can just think of it as an easy way to connect your AI to different tools. But besides that, on MindPal, we also have built-in tools that gives you the ability to do some essential agentic skills like execute Python code to generate charts or generate images and so much more here. And then we also have some native integrations in case you want to quickly do stuff like send an email or etc. So these are different ways you can connect your AI to different tools. So that's it. Now that my AI agent is ready, I can actually start a chat with this agent and ask it to do anything for me. Now this is pretty straightforward. So I think I can just use my own LinkedIn profile here, and the AI agent would first use this LinkedIn people profile scraper powered by Apify to check the data of my profile. As you can see in a moment, it is working with Apify to do the scraping. And then after it got the full results, it will perform the analysis exactly as I have told it to. And one of the reasons why I love Apify for these web scraping use cases is that because all the web scrapers on Apify are specialized, meaning they are purposely created for a specific platform, they would be able to scrape more comprehensively and get the data more complete compared to a generic web scraper. Now, as you can see here, it knows every single thing about me, about my experience, my education, my introduction, my even my follower count, and so much more. And it is giving a lot of recommendations for me on how I can optimize my profile page, as you can see here. So this kind of agent is very, very useful for HR agencies if they want to work with job seekers, or this same agent can also be adapted for some other use cases. For example, if you just want to research a sales prospect before a call, or you want to research a guest for your podcast, and so much more. So based on this similar recipe, you can theoretically create any AI agent that you want. So that's the first part of MindPal, the ability to create single AI agents specialized in different jobs. Now, there is the second part of MindPal is AI multi-agent workflow. Now, you may be wondering why we need multi-agent workflow in this case. So here's the thing. When we work with more and more agents, you will soon realize that there are many processes that will involve not just one, but multiple specialized AI agents together. So you can think about that this way. Have you ever been in a situation where you have multiple custom GPTs, each created for a specific task, and now you have to open multiple tabs at once? and switch from one GPT to another to complete a multi-step process. And in this case, you are making yourself like the human glue. These agents don't talk to each other on their own. So you wouldn't be the one to copy paste the content and the result from one GPT to another until you finish this whole process. So in a business, there are many complicated processes that should be broken down into many steps, and each step being handled by one specific specialized AI agent. For example, let's take this same LinkedIn people profiles analyzer agent here. Most of my clients, my customer, the MindPal users, they do not use this agent in silo. This agent is not working alone most of the time because they are often part of a bigger process. For example, one of the users of MindPal, they are running one of the biggest podcasts in business, and they frequently interview guests about different topics. So they have a process to research about the guests first before each recording section, to prepare all the questionnaire, outline, scripts, etc. before the podcast recording. So this process back then was very, before AI, before MindPal, was very manual. But what they came up with is that now they can have this something similar to this LinkedIn profile analyzer, but for researching podcast guest profile. And then they can let that podcast guest researcher agent automatically passing down its research result to the next agents, which focusing on suggesting the podcast outline or the questionnaire, and then other agents that will be helping with scripts and all of these things. So as you can see, a kind of process like that would involve multiple agents. And we have the feature for multi-agent workflow that allow you to do just that. So that podcast guest, I have that podcast guest research workflow right here. This is actually a simpler version compared to that customer's use case, but you will get the idea. So in this, as you can see from this builder, this podcast guest workflow, it involves multiple steps in between. So this workflow would start first by collecting the guest information, things like the guest name, their profile URLs, which could be their personal websites, their social media profiles, and many more, and then the podcast episode theme. All of this information will trigger the workflow to run, beginning with the guest background research done by this podcast guest researcher agent. And this one is quite similar to the LinkedIn profile analyzer agent I have shown you guys. The only difference is that this one focuses on researching guests, and it can research multiple URLs at the same time. So because it can research LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and many more if I added the scrapers here. So depending on the profile links that I will give this agent will use the right tools to scrape the data from for this guest, and then it will pass all of this data to the next agent to generate the podcast outline and questionnaire before another one generate the podcast introduction script. So yeah, so that's basically it. Now with this simple workflow, I can now every time I have a guest I want to interview, all I need to do is to start a new run and provide the guest information here. For example, let's say the guest name would be Lenny Rajiski, which is one of my favorite podcasters. And then the guest profile URLs, let's say I'm gonna get his LinkedIn, I think it's Lenny Rajiski LinkedIn. Okay, let me copy this, paste it here. And also he also has a YouTube, so let me get his YouTube channel as well. This one. Okay, I'm gonna provide the links here as well. So now the podcast episode theme, it could be something like how podcasters can use AI at work, let's say. And I can click continue to trigger this workflow to run. Okay, let's approve this. And first of all, as I have designed the workflow to be, the podcast guest researcher agent would start by by using these two web scrapers to scrape the LinkedIn and YouTube link provided. And as you can see, it is actually doing both at the same time, simultaneously to save time. So it will take a little while to get the full data for Lenny's LinkedIn and YouTube, so let's wait. But as you can see, okay, now we got the results from LinkedIn. You can check the raw result as well. It will the results is pretty comprehensive. It can get everything from the avatar to experience, education, and so much more. And then we have the YouTube scraper doing its job. So because on Apify, we have a lot of specialized social media scrapers. So technically, you can add a bunch of social media scrapers here. It's not just LinkedIn and YouTube and Instagram, but you can even add like Twitter or Pinterest or Facebook or other channels that you often visit, even school profile if you want. And then the agent will just pick the right tools depending on which links of the guest you give it every time. So if instead of giving the LinkedIn and the YouTube links, if I'm giving this agent the Instagram profile instead, it will use the Instagram scraper to check the content. Okay, so the YouTube scraper is done. And here's a comprehensive summary of the guests based on the search results. So very comprehensive, so pretty good. Now, all of this information will go into the next step to generate the podcast outline and questionnaire, as you can see here. And by the way, if you use this workflow for your own podcast, you can totally customize this agent on your podcast theme and style, so that this agent always keep in mind the specific information about your podcast, so that everything it generates here from the script to the questionnaire would be aligned with the way you are doing podcasts. So yeah, so this is it. Now, in a couple of minutes, some podcaster, they can already got the full research materials to prepare for their next podcast episode. And this is just a very simple example of a multi-agent workflow to help you get the idea of it. But on MindPal, we have many more exciting use cases you can explore. If you go to the workflow section here, go to the templates, which all of these are templates created by our team. But you can also see some templates created by the community here. And you can check them out. Like, for example, we have this news briefing email newsletter generator workflow. We also have ads campaign generator. We have many use cases, especially the ones that involve content generation, evaluation, analysis, research, and more. So make sure you check them out and feel free to duplicate them into your own workspace for further customization if needed. So that's how AI multi-agent workflows work on MindPal. I often consider these workflows as the SOPs for your AI workforce. So if you're thinking about your AI workforce on MindPal, like a real human team, then you can think of them as you are training individual team members, and then you put them together to work in processes. That is what we call AI multi-agent workflow. So now lastly, I would like to share with you how to share your AI agents and multi-agent workflows with teammates or with anybody, even if they don't have a MindPal account. So there are many cases where our users, they would want to, after they have created all these agents and workflows, they would want the ability to share these agents and workflows with others. So for example, if you are building tools for internal use, then you would need a way for your teammates to use them as well, right? Or if you want to put the agent on your website to do customer support or something like that, or if you are like training a digital clone of yourself to provide coaching or consulting to other people, you would need a way to share them with other people as well. So on MindPal, the good news is we have a built-in feature that allow you to do just that. So first, if you want to just collaborate with your teammates inside your MindPal workspace, so you just want to share these agents and workflows with your team only, then you can totally invite them to the workspace. However, if you want to share the agents and workflows with anyone beyond your workspace, we have the ability to turn each single AI agent and multi-agent workflow into a shareable item that you can share with anyone with a link or by embedding it inside your website. So for AI agent, you can go turn each of these agents into a chatbot here. So you can think of the chatbot as the interface, the customer-facing interface for your agent. For example, you can create support chatbots and many more here operated by an AI agent you have created behind the scenes here. And once you can customize everything of this chatbot, the color, the branding, and the theme and more. And then you can publish it with a link or an iframe or a chat bubble widget to put on your website here. So this is for single AI agents that your users can chat with. Now, if they want to use, if they want to run the workflows, what you can do is that you can turn each of these workflows into a form. So an interactive form where people can just enter their information, their input, click run to get the result. So once you have published the workflow as a form, you also get a shareable link like this or some code to put them on your website. And again, you control over the interface or many more options that you can customize here. So that's it. That's how you can share the agents and workflows with other people. Now, before we get to the Q&A, I want to share some other quick notes. These are some resources that you you should check out if you haven't heard of them yet. We have a lot of useful tutorials and customer case studies on our YouTube channel right here. So make sure you subscribe and check out our videos. And we also have a Facebook community where our users hang out share questions, share feedback, and get help from each other, as well as share use cases. So you may want to join us here as well. And if you have any specific questions that need support, we are always reachable at support@mypal.io. So with that, I think so now please, if you have any questions about MindPal, please put them in the chat, and I can spend the next the rest of this recording to answer them. Thank you so much for joining me today. There are some people that have to go, but don't worry. I have recorded this section, and I will send you guys a recording to rewatch this if you need. Okay, so yeah, so if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. In the meantime, I will answer some of the questions that I have received from the registration form of this event. Okay, now for one of the questions I have received from the form is that what is the difference between using MindPal versus using platforms like Make, Zapier, or NNN? So here's the thing. These tools are actually quite different from MindPal. For NNN in particular, they actually target technical teams. So that means in order to build these AI automation systems inside NNN, you are expected to at least have some sort of technical knowledge to build the workflows. They have a visual builder, but there are some parts that require coding, or there are a lot of configuration that require a certain level of technical understanding. So be mindful of that. If you are confident about your technical understanding and you want very fine-grained control about everything that works behind the scenes of your AI system, then NNN is a good choice. Now, for Zapier and Make, they started as cross-app integration platforms. I know they have they have recently joined the game of building AI agents, but their core product is still a platform for you to connect apps to apps. So they are very, very good for such use cases. So if you have a use case that simply involves the transfer of data from one app to another, then Zapier and Make are still very solid app solutions to choose. However, MindPal, we focus on on AI heavy use cases, and by AI heavy, I mean the use cases that require not just rule-based logic, but actual intelligence to process information and return the result for you. So these could be things like generate content creatively, or doing sophisticated research, doing very complicated analysis or evaluation, and all those things. So all of the kinds of tasks that you normally have to have a human, like before AI, you used to have somebody actually sit down and think through these tasks to do. These kinds of tasks are what MindPal is designed for. And that's why on our platform, you will see that it's very easy and like clear for you to transfer your knowledge into these AI agents to work for you. So because we focus on AI specifically, we are able to help you to do things like training your AI agent on your knowledge sources, or connect your AI agent to different tools so that they can use the tools autonomously, very clearly. So all of these things, if you are to create on Make or Zapier, you would need to do every single step manually. So for example, you would need a step to actually do some magic to train the AI to understand your knowledge sources and many more. So the same AI use cases created on MindPal, if recreated as a Make or Zapier workflow, it may take a lot more effort and technical understanding. So to sum up, I think my recommendation for you is that if you have a rule-based and like app to app, very black and white logic for your cross-app automation logic, then you can use Zapier and Make for that. But if you have AI use cases that require intelligence, MindPal is the place to go. And one thing to keep in mind is that MindPal can actually be connected to Zapier and Make via MCP, so that like you can let Zapier or MindPal or Make become the gateway for your AI agents on MindPal to interact with your business tools. I also have created some tutorials about that before. Like I have this video about how to connect AI agent to Zapier MCP, or even Make to Zapier MCP here. So make sure you check them out. Okay, let me see. There are some questions from the chat. One question from Katie is how to customize the appearance of the chatbots. So you can actually try that out right from your MindPal dashboard. If you go inside the chatbot settings, there's a section for you to customize the chat interface, general information, and some more things here. So you can try them out and see how it plays out. And you have the chatbots are fully white labeled, so you can remove everything related to MindPal there. Frank asked that how can I access any data collected from users using any agent form? That's a great question. All of the workflows that you have created, once shared with other people and once run with by these people, you can view the full run history right from your run history tab right here. You can see that there are some there are this run triggered by form, and that's how you can you will know that this is a run created from the published version, published form of the workflow, not inside the app. Uche, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, but Uche asked that how can I add a function to let users of my agent download your output as PDF? That's a great question. So actually, if you we actually have a built-in function to export the results of a workflow into a PDF. So if you want the user to download the full result as a PDF, then you don't have to do anything. Let me show you an example. Let me see if I have maybe this one. My screen has stopped. Let me pull it back again. I accidentally closed it. Let me pull it back here. Okay, so for example, this is one of the run from one of our customers' workflow. And as you can see, for each workflow like this, there is a built-in button for export as PDF. So if you want to just export the full result, you don't have to do anything. But let's say if you want to like customize your PDF or just turn a specific section of the workflow into the PDF, then you can actually connect your workflow or your agent into a Zapier or make MCP to save the output into let's say a Google Docs or something like that, and Make and Zapier will return the link to that Google Docs for your user to view. I hope it helps. So let me continue with other questions. So Frank also asked that my AI chatbot collect user interaction into a CSV. Okay, so yeah, Frank asked question about downloading the CSV that containing the user interaction, as well as delete any data collected from AI chatbot. Both of these are possible, and if you run into any question, any issue, please reach out to our support team. I will check this again on my own, but then you can always we normally will resolve the issues. But if you still haven't got answer, you can would you mind following up in that email, that same email thread, so that my team can check as well? Okay. Frank also asked about both download the collected data from AI chatbot. It's not for multiple AI chatbot, right? It's not something that is built in inside MindPal, but you can reach out to support and our team can do that from the back end for you. Okay. Now, okay. Yeah, thank you so much. I think that's all for now. So thank you for please feel free to share with me more questions if you still have. But it looks like we have reached the end of the questions I received from the chat. So if you have more questions that I cannot that I haven't had a chance to help you yet in this section, feel free to reach out to our support at support.mindpal.io to get answers. Now, I know some of you, many of you are existing subscribers of MindPal, and for that, I'm very grateful. But for those of you who are new to MindPal, I actually prepare a little gift for you guys. So this is exclusive for people who join this section only, but you can get 30% off your first month or first year with MindPal using this code 29June25, and it's it's valid until the end of this month. So there are 3 days left. So make sure you redeem it while you still can. And one note is that this one is not applicable to our MindPal Managed Plan, which is a done for you AI automation package that includes not just the platform's subscription, but also direct implementation support from our team to help you set up the agents and workflows based on your requests. So for more information, you can refer to our pricing page here. So we have these two basic subscription plans that you can choose depending on whether you are an individual using on your own or you have a team. And then if you have, if you want to speed up your AI automation system implementation, you can consider upgrading to our MindPal Managed Plan, in which we will assign a dedicated AI automation engineer that will help you implement your agents and workflows based on your requests. So we have a dedicated, a more detailed article here that will explain how this exact plan works in case you're interested. So that's it for now. Any other last minute questions before we go? Okay. Nikki asked how to get the recording. I will send it to you via the Luma page. You will get the email, an email shortly after we end the section. I will include the link to the recording and also any helpful resources that I have mentioned in this call. Okay. Yeah, so I guess that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you around soon. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you. Thank you, Nikki. Goodbye. Thank you, Marsha. Thank you, Klotz. Goodbye. I will see you guys around.